Namaskara children. In my previous video, I have solved few sums from exercise 14D. Hope you have understood those questions, how I have solved. So, I will be solving few more questions from exercise 14D in this video. So, now I will start with question number 15. So, as I have told you before also, you can refer for the questions in the textbook. I will be writing only the solutions here. So, a 15th question is like this: a man completed 136 kilometer in 8 hours. So, he travelled, a man travelled a distance of, this is distance, this is time. What is the relationship between distance and time? So, you know that speed is equal to distance by time. So, that is the relationship we are using in this question. So, the distance covered is 136 kilometer, time taken is 8 hours. So, now some part of his trip he covered with 15 kilometer per hour, some part of the distance his speed was, the speed was 15 kilometer per hour. That was the speed for some part of the distance, and the remaining part of the distance he has covered with 18 kilometer per hour. So, some part he covered with 15 kilometer, this is the speed, this is the speed, his speed. So, some part is covered in 15 kilometer and some part is covered with 18 kilometer per hour speed. So, now we know that total distance, we know that he has travelled a distance of 136 kilometer. So, out of this 136 kilometer, some part he covered with some speed and some part of the distance he has covered with 18 kilometer per hour. There are two different speeds he has covered this distance. So, now we will take the first part, what he covered with 15 kilometer per hour, let that distance be, let the first part, whatever he covered with this 15 kilometer per hour be, first part be x. This distance, x kilometer distance is covered with 15 kilometer per hour. So, the first part of his journey, some distance he has covered with 15 kilometer per hour, and the second part of the distance, so what will be the distance now? So, there is total 136 kilometer he has travelled. The first part is x kilometer. What will be the remaining part? So, total is 136, some part is x. So, the remaining part will be 136 minus x kilometer. The total distance covered is x, the remaining part of the distance will be 136 minus x kilometer, that he is covering in with the speed of 18 kilometer per hour. Is it clear till here? I will just repeat it. So, this is the total distance a man has covered is 136 kilometer. He has taken 8 hours to cover the distance, and now some part he has travelled in two different speeds, the whole journey in two different speeds. So, one speed, some part, some distance he has travelled with 15 kilometer per hour. That distance we do not know, that is why we have taken it as x kilometer. And this remaining part of the distance, because the total distance he has covered is 136 kilometer. So, the remaining part will be 136 minus x kilometer. So, that he has covered with the speed of 18 kilometer per hour. So, now for both these distances the time taken is 8 hours. So, you can say that, so you know that the time, what is the formula for time taken, how do you calculate time taken? So, we know that speed is equal to distance by time, time will be equal to distance by speed. So, first part of the journey, the distance is x kilometer and the speed is 15 kilometer per hour. And the remaining part of the journey, this is for the first part. And the remaining part of the journey, the time taken will be, the distance travelled is 136 minus x and the speed is 18 kilometer. This is the time taken. Time taken, the formula is distance by speed. The distance covered in the first part is x kilometer with the speed of 15 kilometer per hour. And in the remaining part 136 minus 8 by 18, this is the time taken. So, the total time taken is 8 hours. That means, for this first part and the second part together, the first part x by 15 and the second part 136 minus x by 18, total time taken according to the question is 8 hours. So, the time taken for first part plus time taken for second part will be equal to, totally he has taken 8 hours. So, this forms the equation now. Got it everyone? Any doubt? So, now we have to solve this. So, I will solve it here. I will just rub this. If you want, any time if you have any doubt, you can come back and you can see the video again. So, now we have got the equation as x by 15 plus 136 minus x by 18 is equal to 8. That is the equation, we have got it. Sorry. So, the time taken for the first part plus time taken for the second part, the total time taken is 8. So, this is the equation. Now, we are solving it. First, we will take the LCM of 15 and 18, that is 90. So, then it will be, so now you know how to do this, finding the equivalent fraction and all, x by 15 into 90. So, 15 says, so this will be 6x plus 136 minus x by 18 into 90. So, this will be 5 into 136 minus x is equal to 8. So, now by solving this you get 6x plus 136 into 5, you get 680 minus 5x is equal to, by taking 90 to the other side, it will be 8 into 90. So, now this will be 6x minus x, 6x minus 5x, x will be left hand side, x will be there. So, this will be 720 minus 680, taking the like terms together. Did you get it? So 6x plus minus 5x will be x, and taking 680 to the right hand side. So 720 minus 680. So you will be having x is equal to 40 kilometer. So the first part, what he travelled with the speed of 15 kilometer per hour, that distance is 40 kilometer. So the total distance he has travelled is 136 kilometer. The distance first part is he has covered with the speed of 15 kilometer per hour is 40 kilometer, and the remaining distance will be you can just 136 total distance, and the first part distance will give you 96 kilometer. So for 40 kilometer he travelled with the speed of 15 kilometer per hour. 96 kilometer he travelled with the speed of 18 kilometer per hour. Hope you have got it. If any doubt is there, you can watch the video again. Still, if you have not understood, you can always text me or mail me. So now moving on to the next question. Next question I am solving here is the 18th one. Okay. So this 18th one, the question goes like this: 3 consecutive whole numbers. So there are 3 consecutive means continuous whole numbers. There are 3 consecutive whole numbers. So we will take the first number as, let the first number be x, and the next second number, because it is next number, you have to add 1 to this first number. The first number we have taken is x, the second number suppose you have 2. So if you want to get the next number, it is 2 plus 1, 3, isn't it? Same way, second number will be x plus 1, and the third number will be x plus 2. I think you got this point. So there are 3 consecutive whole numbers. The first number I have taken as x, and the second number we have to add 1 to that x. For the third number you have to add 2 to x. So now the question goes like this: the 3 consecutive whole numbers such that if they are divided by 5, the first number is divided by 5, and the second number is divided by x plus 1 is divided by 3, and the third number is divided by 4 respectively. So there are 3 consecutive numbers x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. If the first number is divided by 5, the second number is divided by 3, and the third number is divided by 4, and their sum, the quotient, there you get what, whenever you are dividing you get the quotient of this. Quotient of all the 3 numbers, their sum will be equal to 40. So this is the question. There are 3 consecutive numbers, that is x, x plus 1, x plus 2. If each number is divided, the first number is divided by 5, second number is divided by 3, and the third number is divided by 4, and their division, their sum, the quotient, the sum of their quotients will be equal to 40. So this is how we have got the equation now. Now we have to solve it by taking LCM, how we were solving before. So the LCM of 5, 3 and 4. is 60. So, the LCM is 60. The LCM of 5, 3 and 4 is 60. So, x by 5 into 60 if you do, you get 12x for the first fraction. The second fraction, this will be 20 into x plus 1 and this will be 15 into x plus 2. So, by taking the LCM, then their sum will be equal to 40. So, now by solving again, you get 60, 12x plus 20x plus, by multiplying it, 20 by whatever is there in the numerator, 15x plus 30 is equal to 40. So, whatever like terms are there in the numerator, you can just add it. So, if you add 12, 20 and 15, so if you add everything, you get 47x plus you have 20 plus 30, you get 50, and taking 60 to the right hand side, 60 into 40. So, now we have got 47x plus 50, 60 into 40. So, 47x plus 50 is equal to, if you multiply, you get 2400. So, 47x taking 50 to the other side, right hand side, minus 50. So, 47x is equal to, if you subtract, you get 2350. So, x is equal to 2350 by 47. So, x is equal to 50. If you divide, you get 50. So, the first number among the three consecutive number, the first number is, so the numbers are, there are, that is 3 consecutive number. The first number is 50, the second number will be 51, the third number will be 52. So, the 3 consecutive numbers are 50, 51 and 52. Okay. So, now I will be doing one more question from this same exercise. So, that is the last question from the exercise. So, the 20th one, the question is like this: the present age of man, is twice that of his son. So, we know that man is twice his son. So, what we do not know is the son's age. So, we will take son's age as x and man's age will be 2x, and their present, the ratio will be the ratio of man's age to son's age will be 2x by x, that is the ratio. then 8 years hence. So, that is after 8 years. This is the ratio for the present ages of man and son. So, now after 8 years, the man's age will be 2x plus 8 and son's age will be x plus 8. This is after 8 years. So, their ratio 2x man's age to son's age will be equal to 7/4. This is the ratio given in the question. After 8 years, the question is like this: after 8 years, their ages will be in the ratio of 7/4. So, after 8 years, their ages will be 2x plus 8 and x plus 8. There, that will be in the ratio of 7/4. This is according to the question. So, now the equation is formed. We have to just solve it. So, we will do just cross multiplication and we can solve it. It will be 2x plus 8 into 4 is equal to x plus 8 into 7. So, this is 8x plus 32, this is 7x plus 56. So, now bringing the like terms together. So, 8x, if you bring 7x to this side, becomes minus 7x, will be equal to taking 32 to the other side. So, x will be equal to, so we have taken son's age as x. So, son's age will be 24. Years and man's age will be twice son's age. So, man's age will be 24 into 2, 48 years. Son's age is 24 years and man's age is 48 years. Okay. So, now I have solved around 6 problems from exercise 4B. Try to understand and solve all these problems whatever I have solved in these 2 videos, and you have to submit your assignment before holidays, that is on 23rd December. Okay? Okay then, bye bye. Thank you.